Howdy doody there, nerds. So, as you can see, I am near GC tier 20, so I'm probably going to grind that last bit out there, because I do, in fact, have 2 more Sacred Lances, or whatever the hell they're called. What are they even... Anyways, yeah, the Conquest Lances to, you know, get that all set to go. But, I figured I would take the time to gauge everyone's interest, see how things are going for you guys, and just talk to you real quick, because we've had a few days with this game mode, and I want to see where everyone falls when it comes to this. Now, just so we're clear, be courteous in the comments, okay, guys? Don't openly bash anything or anyone just because you think it's funny, but, you know, I do want to say 2 things real quick. One, last I looked, we were 15 subscribers away from 90,000, which is insane. That's just crazy to me. I don't understand. I can't grasp it. It really amazes me. So I just wanted to say thank you guys, really. And also, you know, we do things like that Gleam contest because we can, and just wanted to mention it again. Anyways, so we've had some days, you know, to actually digest this a bit. And admittedly, when it comes down to this, and a lot of what's going on screen right now, my goodness gracious me. But, oh hey, there's me. Oh, that was 6,005. That was earlier. Holy crap, that was terrible. Anyways, but, when it comes to Grand Conquest, I feel that there are a few things. I'm going to give my opinion that could really make things a little bit better. At least. One, let's talk about the things that I really enjoy right now. One, the rewards for Grand Conquest are actually really good. A lot of orbs, a lot of refining stones, a lot of, you know, little bits and pieces there that can get you some nice things. And then, of course, if you happen to be on a team that happens to win during any portion of this period, like during these rounds, you're going to be getting a lot of feathers. There's a lot. One Anna, the Anna that won last round had about 15 or 16, so everyone on their team got about 5,000 feathers, which is nothing to sneeze at. That's really great, and of course the coins and the arena tokens are really nice. So all in all, that's a really big plus. Grand Conquest has some really nice rewards. The other thing that I do want to touch on, though, is that I feel that Rival Domains isn't terrible as a game mode. There's a lot of people who seem to think it's like the worst thing out there, but I still enjoy it quite a bit. But there is a concern here, okay? Just to give you an example, and yes, I'm going to expend some stamina just to give you an idea. But, you know, I have enough sacred lances, and since I can't really... Whenever I'm actually doing gameplay, I usually pre-record it, because trying to talk while doing it is a little bit hard. But just to give you an example, this is one of my concerns for Grand Conquest as it is right now, okay? This. Basically, you go into one mode, you click fight... And what you just do is you let your team go crazy, basically. You just do auto battle. This is essentially what Rival Domains has become in some ways for a lot of people. It's basically, oh hey look, you know, there's all of these units and everything going on, but, you know, I can just auto battle and there's no problem. That's essentially what happens with a lot of this, is, hey look, auto battle, basically. It's a really ridiculous setup, and it's really just something that I find a little unnerving in some ways. Because, essentially, if you have the right setup for a lot of this, you can pretty much auto-battle almost all of Rival Domains, and that's not a good thing to have happen, okay? And essentially, that's... Wow, they're actually putting up a bit more of a fight. It also kind of depends on auto-battle, obviously, but still, you get the basic principle. And once you actually defeat, say, 20 enemies, the map really starts to, you know, thin out quite a bit. A lot of the units that are going to be popping in there are pretty much going to be dead from the get-go. So, yeah, that's the one solution and the one problem that I have going on here, is essentially, if it turns out to be much more like Rival Domains in that sense, where, oh hey, I don't need to put any effort in here, let me just, you know, auto-battle. I feel that's something that a lot of the problems that kind of come with these game modes has kind of happened. Tempest Trial has the same sort of thing going on, where a lot of people, how they grind, they just set it to hard mode and they just go away. I feel like we could really avoid a lot of that if we just went with a different method like that. I basically got half of my GC level by doing absolutely nothing, and I still have, you know, a lot. Hell, I could do another hard mode and I'd probably get tier 20. I'm not going to do that. I'm probably going to do a actual, you know, lunatic or infernal mode because I find those more exhilarating and exciting. But the simple fact there is, right now, as a game mode, auto battle shouldn't be something that is praised as something you can do. For Tempest Trials, I can kind of understand, but in this game mode, you earn GC tiers quite readily, and I feel like just relying on auto battle, if that is what something the game mode is designed to do, can be a little bit off-putting. Just for me. The other thing, of course, is I do not like when certain teams... Okay, so right now, as it stands, when you go into a GC mode and you're fighting against other teams, you can only have one dancer. They, however, are pulling from multiple parties, multiple brigades, as they pull these units in. So therefore, more often than not, you'll find another team that happens to have 3 dancers, and they'll teleport around the map and just absolutely obliterate you. A lot of the time, I've had infernal modes where, you know, there's 2 dancers, and all of a sudden, the rest of the team just moved in on one spot, and they managed to teleport in and just do some actual damage to me. Just a slight little hiccup that I've noticed as we go along. That is pretty much my only problems with it right now, is one, if it becomes too reliant on auto battle and people are just doing auto battle, then it kind of erases a lot of the purpose there. And I've actually seen people do infernal modes with auto battle too, so yeah, that gives you a bit of an idea. And the second thing is, there needs to be a cap on the dancers, at least for the opposing team. If you're going to cap out dancers on my end, you should probably cap out dancers on theirs as well. It gives them an unfair advantage. I'm sure that will probably be fixed next update. But outside of that, I feel the mode is, at least in some ways, exciting and fun to play. However, this is about you guys. I want to see where you stand when it comes to this GC mode. How do you feel this stacks up against? I feel, again, rewards are great. The basic concept is pretty fun, and with some fine-tuning, things will be great. But, I'm not too certain how things are going to go. Is it an unbalanced mess, or is it something that can, you know, be a little bit more tweaked? I just feel it's somewhere just a little bit unbalanced myself, so... Put your comments below, tell me what you think, and I'll see you all in the future. Bye, nerds!